Hello everyone, welcome to our practice. My name is Francine and I'm very happy to guide you today. For our start, you will need a couple of blocks. If you don't have that, you can grab perhaps a couple of books, even a couple of sturdy, stronger cushions that are not too soft. Let's begin by just coming to the breath and centering ourselves. We're breathing in and out through the nose if we can. Opening our eyes, making our way to tabletop or all fours. Grabbing a block, placing it between our inner thighs. Giving it a gentle squeeze. Now I'm using fists for wrists, but you can have the hands down, palm down. Coming to cat-cow, we inhale, arch. And we exhale, round. And one more. We meet in neutral, taking our hips slightly to the right, and we gaze at our left hip, noticing that right side opening, and we come back to center. Hips to the other side. So it's a very small movement. And just one more time. Removing the block. And if we have two blocks, placing them in front of us and our hands go onto them. Toes together, knees apart as we find wide like a child's pose, but with our hands on blocks. Pressing into our hands, returning to all fours or tabletop. Placing our blocks at their highest height. Taking our left foot forward. Option to have the toes of the right foot curled under. What I'm going to do is keep the block under the right hand here, but bring the other one about in line with my left hip bone. Coming into low lunge. Inhale up. And on the exhale, placing the left hand on the block to help support as we do a nice side bend. And then we're going to come to neutral, doing something a little bit different. We're going to grab the block that was by the left hand. We're going to place it here on the mat, and if we can, place our foot on the block into this low lunge. So much more intense for me. Feels really nice though. Squeezing the glute on the right side. So I like to have the block under my right hand just to help support me. Here's where I'm going to be very cautious. Taking the left hand down as well, almost straightening that leg and just sliding my foot off the block, grabbing the block. And then we take the right foot forward, keeping the left block just under the hand. The one that on the right side is in line with the hip. We inhale up, we exhale, side bend this time to the right. Really nice to have the support of the block there. then we come to neutral, grabbing the block, placing it here, and then very cautiously, take your time, placing the right foot onto the block, squeezing the left glute, pelvis is in neutral, starting to take the hand down. Again, this is just my way. You might have a better way. I just almost straighten that leg. I slide my foot, grab the block, and then we find ourselves once again in all fours. Now we're going to come into variations on cat-cow. So the first thing we'll do is take that left foot forward again. And maybe right here we'll cat-cow, and that's enough. If we want a different option, what I like to do is exhale, round into cat, and on the inhale I take that foot back, cow. I return that left foot forward, round, cow. We'll just do one more. And then I take the other foot forward and round, arch, round, arch, and just one more. Round, arch. It can just be really nice to add a little bit of mobility. Once again, taking the left foot forward, this time tucking the toes of the right foot under. Lifting the back knee, and then we take the block to its lowest height. Again, I'm using fist for wrist. Inhale really long, and on the exhale, we begin twisting to the left. Untwisting, take that back knee down, uncurl the toes, leave everything else the same. Pick up the back knee, twist again to the left, but this time instead of having the toes tucked under, we have the top of the foot there. We won't hold this one as long. Untwist, and we switch. And so we find that right foot forward, we tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee. Inhale long, exhale, twist to the right. We untwist. We untuck the toes. This is the challenging one where we keep the top of the foot down, lift the back knee, twist. Again, we won't hold it as long. Untwist, back knee comes down, front foot comes back. We're going to try a little bit of a shin stretch. Now this position here is not comfortable for everyone. One thing that can be helpful is to place a block between the hips and the heels. It makes the knee position maybe a little bit less intense. You can leave it there. I've just happened to take it. I'm going to put one knee on it, then the other, and then, lots of stretch. Top of the feet, the shins. We can stay here. We can take our hands back. I'm just going to stay here. So again, something a little bit different, but stretching an area that's really important. Then I like to just come forward, take one knee off the block, then the other, and coming to the breath.